Anderson. This
Friday Night Flies, we're live.
with rubber legs.
Boulder. It's time.
It's time.
Scud Wars has begun.
Right on. Well, I'm Boulder. It's Friday Night Flies once again. Shout out to Aaron who reached out to us at Pemberton Fish Finders going, where's Friday Night Flies? So hence why we're doing some lake patterns, why Scotty Holmes did a Scud and I'm doing a Scud. I believe he's fishing the interior lakes. So yeah, we're doing a couple lake patterns. That's all I got. I'm doing a Scud that's a lot smaller than Scotty's and a little bit different, still weighted, just different style. Because it's a war, so you can't have them too close, right?
The war is on.
The war's on. Sleeves
That's right. Oh, he's
are
pulling
up.
the sleeves. Let's throw in this fly.
So let's go down here.
There
We'll
it
show
is.
you the fly.
You got to be careful how hard you're bumping that counter.
Yep.
'cause it's
Sorry,
a
once I
grip.
get tying, it'll stop earthquaking around. But this is a real simple dubbed fly. There are some little bit of intricacies in there. So
The intricacies, I saw that. Yeah.
interior structure to the Scud. Right now I'm on this kick of having a little bit of purple in there. It's kind of like how a lot of the river flies have that orange collar, a little bit of a strike indicator, not indicator, hot spot. That's
right.
that's the word I'm looking for. So it's very much like a traditional old styled Scud.
That's one of Marco's
With a
favorite color strike
smaller
indicators is
material
purple.
twist.
He
It's
uses
purple?
purple on almost all of his
So
darker stuff.
That's the guy there, and we'll show you how to do this up.
Marco's in New Zealand. as
And
we
with
speak.
the new convenience of having all of our materials listed, don't have to memorize them as I do this, but this is a size 10 2X Scud hook or caddis hook. You can tie these in multiple range and go down to probably, it's kind of pointless doing 14. It's not pointless, but it's small, and that's where this style of Scud comes in handy because it's just dubbing. You don't have a lot of things to fool around with, but and tie them right up to even 8.
Yeah, mine was a 6. That's like you said. That's big.
Okay, let's get my bearings here.
Big,
First thing we're
big.
going to do is attack this with some lead.
Nice.
Lead.
Some lead. So I got my .02 lead here, and you get it onto the shank. Now this I'm not taking right up to the eye. I want it to sit right in the middle of the body. Break off those 2 ends. Let's get her nice and tight, and then we'll get our thread in there. Do want it kind of sitting in the middle. Helps to create the body shape of the Scud as well, without having to do too much dubbing. Now here's the trick,
Oh my God.
because it's going to keep sliding, is just bring that
Can you do that again, Scotty? One more time. Replay it, okay?
replay.
Instant replay.
So get it onto the
Yep.
front, and if I continue doing this, basically my lead is, you can see it inching backwards. It's just going to keep going back. So get it onto the front. Take your tag all the way across.
Slow motion. Oh my
Slow
God.
motion. Yeah, grab it behind. Pull it back towards the front. Keep holding on to that tag there. So that's going to help trap my lead. And then I'm just going to build a little dam in behind the lead and a little dam in front of the lead. Now Scuds, you do go right down the hook bend. I'm just going to turn this so I can see what I'm doing. I want to get a little dam right behind that lead to keep it in place. Help smooth out the shape too. So that's the back end. Get some wraps going around the sled here. Secure it in. And then we're going to do the same in the front. We're just going to build up a little dam right in front of this lead here.
That'll help give you some shape too.
Yeah, it helps smooth it out. We are doing no dubbing, so the dubbing does help. But there we go. Step 1. Now that we got the lead in here, we're going to go to our Scud dubbing, or our Scud back clear. Good dubbing. So this is a bit of an odd process that I'm doing. You're going to leave a little bit of a tag end so that you can handle it. I just pinch it onto it. most important part is this thread needs to be all the way back, because we're going to be afterwards bringing this up over the front. So I'm just going to pinch it in there. I'm going to give it 1, 2, 3 to secure it. Fold this back over, pull it tight, and wrap back down onto itself. There we go. And then we just leave that for now. Next is we're going to build up this interior. So I got myself a little bit of pearl flash here.
The camera's just not steady tonight.
It's really bouncing. So all I need is one piece.
I need a black split.
I'm going to loop it up so that it's right on top.
Yeah.
Give it one turn, fold it over, and secure that in right on the top of the fly. So it's sitting right on top, and it's going to go out to the back for afterwards. Next, my dubbings. So I got my dubbing box here, and I'm going to start off with my UV dubbing, the shrimp color. And I'm going to dub it on, not too thick. And then we're going to start building that shape of that body.
That's ice dub, yeah.
This one here is UV dubbing.
Both you go through.
Do you guys have girls like hiking beaches up there? Or beach? Yeah, I got
So now you can see how the lead really helps to create the shape without having to do extra wraps of dubbing.
But most of all, helps her get down.
That's the key, is getting it down here. Alright, so now that I've gotten just over that lead, I still have some dubbing here. And right at the end of it, I'm just going to use a pinch of this purple laser dubbing. And I've overlapped it so that the shrimp dubbing's underneath it. I don't want it too thick. Keep it away from the hook eye. So let's just finish off this shape. Alright, so that's all I'm going to do with the purple. Get some of it out of here. If you have too much, then it just doesn't look right. It's just like an accent. Next thing that we're doing is bringing these red pearl flash right over the back. I'm just going to put one wrap because I don't want to get too congested in the top here. So one to secure it. Next is my scud back. Lay it right over top of that pearl flash. My hook just moved. Nice and secure on there. I just need to reposition my hook. It doesn't work when the hook eye is pointing down. Your thread just ends up falling off the top. So 1, 2, 3 is on there. I'm going to pull all this back, put one wrap right in front, get rid of all my access, or excess, whatever. And then we're going to finish off the head. I give it just a little red head on there, so I'm kind of back wrapping a bit.
Almost need those 2 little bits of flash in there.
Yeah.
Give her a whip finish. Because I don't use head cement, I do 2 knots on it. It's going to fall apart anyways. Yeah.
I guess it.
Alright, so nip that off. Now the last thing that we're doing is the tail. So what we want to do is fold this little tab that we have in half on itself, and we're going to cut it on an angle, which is going to make a forked tail.
Scud with forked tail.
So I'm going to pull it tight. I'm gonna nip it off on an angle. And then,
Oh, nice.
if you can see it there, gives me my little fork tail.
Oh,
Well, damn.
And then last but not
they were still
least,
in the rut on Monday.
my
They're
face is
still
falling apart here. I'm gonna pick out. I pick out more of the purple than I do anything else, especially up all around the side here.
What do you have for like maybe like in stress kind of?
That laser dubbing really has a really good UV quality to it. Picks up the light very nicely when it gets wet. So that's why I want the purple to be a little bit longer, because when it gets wet, it's going to actually come down across the whole fly and give it a really nice UV sheen. The middle here, I don't really worry about too much. Just give it a couple of picks as you use the fly. Once it gets wet, it's going to come out naturally on its own. The purple's the important one. That's what I want long. There we go. And that's your little scud. So when it gets wet, this purple's going to come back.
Whew, the thing is sexy.
Yeah. So you got a little interior accent in there. If you ever catch those scuds, there's a lot of, because they're so clear and see-through, there's a lot of material structure. Gives you a little bit flash on the back for the light to hit.
It's good, Scotty. I don't know.
That's my scud. That's my go-to scud pattern right there.
It's beautiful.
That is a perfect example.
So, let's go up top. You seen it first, right here. That's the man. That
Friday Night Flies. I'm Boulder. We're signing out for the night. I'm going to be back with probably a nymph, I think, one that I created this week, playing around with some turkey biots. But other than that, get out there and get yourself fishing. This is Scotty Boulder saying, love to talk.